Good morning, dear students. Now, today I am going to start human digestive system or nutrition in human being. First, all the five steps can also be done here, that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. So ingestion means to take the food in. In human being, the food is taken by the hand into the mouth, and this process is called ingestion here. Then further, the digestion of ingested food is carried by the digestive system. So digestive system is consist here of mouth, esophagus or food pipe, which connects mouth to stomach is known as food pipe or esophagus. Oesophagus, esophagus. Then stomach, small intestine, large intestine, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, and anus. And this part of digestive system from esophagus to the anus is called alimentary canal. All these are the parts of digestive system. So first is mouth. The process of digestion starts inside the mouth, which is also known as buccal cavity. And it contains different types of teeth, tongue. Teeth helps in chewing of the food and break the food into small pieces. This process is called mastication. In human, teeth grow twice in their lifespan and they are known as temporary teeth and the permanent teeth. The first set is temporary teeth, which consist of 20 teeth. It develops in a child from 5 to 6 months till 2 years. When the child is 5 to 6 months, from that time the teeth starts coming out and it continues till 2 years. Then the children start losing their temporary teeth by the age of 6 to 8. You can see here set of temporary teeth and permanent teeth. In temporary teeth, there are 20 teeth, but in permanent teeth, it is near about 32. Permanent teeth, when milk teeth or the temporary teeth falls down, one by one the new teeth appear and remain for the whole life, which is 32 in number, 16 in upper jaw and 16 in lower jaw. Four types of teeth are there: incisor, canines, premolar, and molars. First is incisor. These teeth are present in front and help to bite the food. 8 incisors are present in the mouth, 4 in each jaw. Upper jaw 4 and lower jaw 4. Canines, one canine tooth is present on either side of incisor in each jaw. So, 4 canines are present in mouth, 2 in each jaw. And these teeth help in tearing the food. Third is premolar. Next two teeth on each side of jaw are premolars. 2 in each side, so total they are 8 in number. And they help in grinding the food. And the last one is molar, which are situated at the innermost area of both the jaws. They are 12 in number. 6 in each jaw, and help to chew and grind the food. Care of teeth. We should take care of the teeth. If we will not care the teeth, then different problems arises. So we should take care the teeth by brushing and cleaning them after each meal. Gradually, teeth become yellowish due to accumulation of some sticky film containing food particles mixed with saliva, and this is called plaque. The sugary food material present in plaque is converted into acids by some bacteria, generally present in the mouth. The bacteria which is present in the mouth, it acts on this plaque. You can see here the plaque develops there in the second figure. Then the bacteria acts on it and the tooth decay starts. And the acid which is formed there, it damages the enamel, causing tooth decay and leads to the formation of cavity which causes severe pain. Therefore, one should clean the teeth with brush twice a day. Next is tongue. It is a flat, muscular organ attached to the back from the floor of the buccal cavity. It is attached to the back and the front part is movable, it is free to move. It is an important organ because it performs the following functions. First, helps to mix saliva with food because in the mouth there is salivary glands which secretes the juices known as saliva. This tongue helps to mix this saliva with food. It helps to find out the taste of food. Different taste can be detected by the tongue and it helps in swallowing the food. In the tongue there are taste buds which helps to determine different taste of the food. Either it is bitter, sour, sweet and salty. See here in the front part of the tongue we can identify sweet taste, then the side of the tongue salty, inner part sour and most inner in the middle of the tongue we can identify the bitter taste. Then salivary gland secretes a digestive juice which is called saliva, which contains an enzyme called amylase that break down starch into sugar. The food which we take in, it is the complex food which is in the form of starch. By the help of this saliva, it breaks down into smaller pieces which is known as sugar. Then esophagus, it is a hollow tube that connects mouth to the stomach. Here food is pushed downward by the contraction of the wall. Expansion and contraction of the wall of esophagus takes place, which pushes the food inside the stomach from the mouth. Then this wall relaxes and next part of the esophagus contracts. So continuous contraction and expansion is there and this creates a wave-like movement inside the esophagus in the food particle which is called peristalsis. So peristalsis is a wave-like movement inside the esophagus to push the food inside the stomach. In stomach, it is a J-shaped structure, and the stomach receives food from the esophagus and opens into a small intestine at the other end. One end it opens in from the esophagus, and other end opens into a small intestine. The gastric glands are present in the inner wall of stomach, which secretes gastric juices which contain enzymes and help to digest food. Stomach also secretes mucus and hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, it kills the bacteria present in the food, because the food which we eat, it contains some bacteria which is killed by hydrochloric acid. And mucus protects the lining of stomach from hydrochloric acid. Activity 2.2, to study the effect of saliva on starch. Requirements are 2 test tubes, boiled rice, dropper, iodine solution. Procedure, how we will find out. First, we have to take 2 test tubes, label them A and B. In test tube A, put 1 teaspoonful boiled rice. And in test tube B, put 1 teaspoonful boiled rice that have been chewed for 3 to 5 minutes. In second test tube, we will put the boiled rice after chewing it. अच्छे से उसको चबा के फिर उसमें डालना है. And add 3 milliliter of water in each test tube. Now pour 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution in each test tube. See here, first test tube A, where boiled rice is there, and in second, chewed boiled rice mixed with water and then iodine solution. What we will observe? We will observe that the solution in the test tube A turns blue-black, whereas the solution in the test tube B does not change in its color. So our conclusion is that in test tube A, boiled rice is present, which is a rich source of starch. But when we chew the rice, saliva mixes with it and the starch breaks into sugar. So it cannot convert into blue-black color. Then diarrhea. Diarrhea is very common in India, especially in children. It is caused by an infection, food poisoning, or indigestion. Food poisoning, if we eat some स्टेल फूड, सड़ा हुआ या पुराना बासी खाना खाते हैं तो फूड पॉइजनिंग हो सकता है. And which causes diarrhea. In diarrhea, you may have experienced the frequent watery stool. Under severe condition, it may be fatal because of the excessive loss of water and salt from the body. At this time, patients need immediate treatment and should be given plenty of boiled and cooled water with a pinch of salt and sugar dissolved in it. This is called oral rehydration solution, ORS. ORS चीनी और नमक के साथ पानी में डाल के बनाया जाता है और उसको पीने से डिहाइड्रेशन को हम लोग दूर कर सकते हैं. And the process of this treatment is called oral rehydration therapy. Then small intestine, it is the longest part, about 7 to 7.5 meter of the alimentary canal, and it is also the site of complete digestion. The digestion starts in mouth and it gets completed in small intestine. Here carbohydrates completely break down into glucose. fats into fatty acid and glycerol, and protein into amino acid. So the different nutrients get broken down into its simpler substance: carbohydrate into glucose, fat into fatty acid and glycerol, protein into amino acid. Two glands, liver and pancreas, secrete their juices in small intestine. Liver secretes bile juice, which gets stored in a sac-like structure called gallbladder, and bile helps to digest fat, whereas pancreas secretes pancreatic juices, which helps in digestion. The inner wall of small intestine has millions of finger-like projections called villi. villi, villi, singular is villus. These villi increases the surface area so that maximum absorption of digested food takes place. And this absorbed digested food reaches to blood. And the last part is large intestine, where the undigested food that remain in the small intestine passes into the large intestine, and the amount of water is absorbed by the walls of large intestine. Remaining waste is passed to rectum and then expelled from the body through the anus. And the length of large intestine is 1.5 meter. In human being, digestion takes place outside the cell in the alimentary canal. This type of digestion is called extracellular digestion. So many animals, including humans, cannot digest cellulose due to the absence of an enzyme called cellulase. So this is all about the digestion in human being. So you have to learn all the different parts of digestive system and their function.